So Ja Morant was caught with a gun again. We're going to talk about that at the end of the show. We're also going to talk about Coach Monty Williams being fired and the recent trend with coaches being fired. But we're going to start off the show talking about the Warriors and what's next for that team. We're going to get to all that and more on today's NBA.
Welcome to the number one place for your daily basketball news and analysis, NBA Central.
What's going on, ladies? Stevo Haize in the building today. Stevo, man, the Warriors were all the talk around the NBA right now is what's going on with the Warriors, and a lot of people are that the Warriors are going to be breaking it up. You know, they're calling it the end of a dynasty. I do think the dynasty era has ended with them, but I don't necessarily think that they're going to break this team up as some people are thinking. Stevo, where you sit right now with the Warriors, man? What do you think? What do you think the Warriors' move is going to be this offseason?
I believe the dynasty is over, but I don't think they're like you said. I don't think they're breaking them up. I think what it really is when you break it down, it's just Clay and Dre. It's not Clay and Dre no more.
Yeah.
Steph is still being Steph. They're still trying to run the same offense. They got Looney, but and they got Wingate stepping up. But like I don't know. I just feel like that dynasty is done. When you don't have Clay being the 3-and-D guy that he was, you don't have Dre always on cue, not getting fouled out. Like this part the most he's been fouled out in the span of his career in a while. Like it's almost like every other game he's getting fouled out or getting kicked out. And then even in the games he's not being as effective. He has a couple games here and there where he's Draymond, but it's not like the old. So it's just like I don't know what they can do, but I know for sure they're not. The core is not moving. The core is not changing. Wiggins still going to be here. Poole most likely still going to be here. So hopefully they just say this was a weird year and they try to come back at it, like almost try to treat it like the year they got the second pick.
Yeah, and I think too that people wrote out the Warriors before they won last year's title. People thought their championship window was done. It really comes down to whatever they decide to do in the offseason. But when we really look at the journey of the Golden State Warriors, winning their first title the first year under Steve Kerr, then bringing in KD, winning two more titles, right? Winning another title just last year, like it really like they have the ability to retool. But I have this take. I know a lot of people are going to blame Draymond Green. We've seen some of that. C-Dub even here, he thinks that Dre completely killed the Warriors' momentum. I don't necessarily agree with that, but I look at it and say a lot of the decisions here I'm putting on Bob Myers. When you look at Bob Myers, some of the draft decisions he made, Wiseman's one. Look at the players that went after Kuminga and Moody. While they have been pretty solid players, they could have got way better players than that. And then the young players that he did draft or bring in, he gave Jordan Poole a deal a year earlier than what he needed to. And now looking back at it, you gave Jordan Poole a $140 million deal with incentives. After his first playoff run, after this playoff run, if they would have waited and matched him restricted free agent or anything, they probably could have got Jordan Poole at about 95 million. That's a $50 million mistake there, right? You can't overlook that. Now, Wiggins, I think Wiggins has lived up to his $100 million contract so far, especially being a two-way player for that team. But I hope that what GMs are realizing is stop making these decisions before you need to make these decisions. Like, I get it. If Jordan Poole had put together 3-4 years of being like an all-star or something, you extend those guys early. But after one playoff run where he did really good, now you have a playoff run where he looked trash for the most part throughout the playoffs. What do you think about that, Steve?
Yeah, it's almost like maybe the NBA needs to go back and think about having requirements for giving people $100 million contracts. Because now that I'm thinking about it, it's just like you didn't earn it. Like you could, like it's like, what if they came in and said maybe you should be all NBA something before you could get $100 million contract? Like I like the only reason I feel like Andrew Wiggins got that 100 million and he's lived up to it is because one, they won the championship. He was a big part of them winning. He stepped up in key moments. And for the most part, he took this time off and came back and got right in rhythm for the most part, which is difficult to do. So coming back and getting straight into basketball shape and just cohesive unit, that's pretty good. So I think he has. But yeah, giving Jordan Poole just a flat out mistake so far. He's not living up to it. It's premature. Just like as Bulls fans, we know a lot about prematurity over here. So, You just Bob Myers has a lot of things. Like I've always said, it starts at the top, and once the top starts to get shaky and moves, everybody now on one accord. That's when the dynasty starts to crumble.
Yeah, and I mean now there's even in the last like 24 hours conversation that maybe Bob Myers doesn't come back, which I mean, honestly, if they decide if because they're not going to move on from Steve Kerr, we know that. Steph is going to be a Warrior until he decides to leave being a Warrior. Dre, I don't think Dre is going to opt out of that contract. We already talked
You'd be a
about
fool.
Poole and Wiggins. Like they could look to move one of them, but I don't think you're necessarily going to get back a huge haul for either one of them as far as quality. I mean, you're going to get a lot back just by the nature of the size of their contracts, but I don't necessarily think that's going to happen either. I think it's time for a change of the guard, and for the reasons that it hasn't like Bob Myers hasn't drafted well at all. If you're looking at the totality of him drafting, it's been cool. Like he drafted Dre, which of course you get pointers for that.
Sure.
But he's had a lot of misses, especially here recently, and it may be time to move on from Bob Myers. And I don't think they're going to change a lot of the other things with the team. So it may be time now. When it comes to the Bob Myers, like, do you think it's time for Bob Myers to move on, or do you think he should get another chance to revamp this roster yet again?
I mean, yeah, because like you just said, he just won a championship. He literally just won a championship, and it was because of some of the picks he made, some of the moves he made, getting Andrew Wiggins over here. Like, like you got to give him some type of credit. Like I get what you're saying. He has missed on some things, but I feel like him winning this championship also erased some of that doubt. So it also gives him a kind of bit of leeway to get another chance. So I'm not completely against like shaking that, because once you move the dude that just basically made all this happen, the reason they are a dynasty for the most part, that's when everything starts crumbling. That's when the coaching morale gets bad, then that goes down to the players get bad, because now they got to get on one accord, and who knows if the owner's going to listen, but they all got to get on one accord. I'm sure he will, and be like, okay, we want this as our GM, or we want this as our president.
Yeah,
And
that
that
makes sense.
that gets that becomes a big toss up at that point. So I wouldn't just be so quick to do that just now, right now.
Okay. Hey, we'll see, man. But like I said, I don't think the Warriors are completely out of it. They're gonna still be a terror for some teams in the playoffs, but that championship
Right.
window, that's what may be closed for this team. Now, moving on from that though, bro, it's been a wild season of coaches being fired. Monty Williams being the most recent one, joining Nick Nurse, Coach Bud, and some coaches that have had like a lot of, between championships and being coach of the year. They've all had the accolade in one way or another. What do you think about the firing of Monty Williams? Like, is this something that I got completely caught off guard by Monty Williams being fired, bro?
I mean, it was like shocking, but then it wasn't, because it's like with the way they lost, I understood it. I was
Okay.
like, because they got completely embarrassed 2 years in a row. I was like, yeah, I would have been. It would have been up for discussion. Now, when you start talking about it and start breaking it down, it's like, I mean, it wasn't the greatest situation. Yeah, you might well be you had two superstars, or one potential superstar on your team and a bona fide superstar, but you got a lot of injuries. You had a lot of
Yeah.
injuries, and the main person you thought that was going to your superstar didn't show up for most of the games. I mean, he did, but he wasn't a huge impact. He was very inefficient. So it just it's almost 50-50. It's 50-50 with me. I seen it, but I wasn't totally shocked. Like I've seen a lot of people that was just like, I didn't think they was gonna do it. Like he was just in the finals, and I'm like, bro, we seen people. Finals don't matter. Past finals
Yeah.
don't matter as of late. Like I said, as the years go on, as generations go on, win now is becoming a more thing. It's more
Yeah.
important. Is what have you done lately?
Yeah.
And lately is becoming a year.
Yeah, that's that's a fact. I just guess I was just of the mind that they were going to try to improve that bench and let it say like it's not like Monty Williams is like a bad coach. He's not a bad coach at all, but I mean I can understand them not having the success that they've had since that finals run that they've wanted to go after, and maybe they really look at what they've done with this team and the way that they're going to change it, because I don't expect Aiton to still be on that roster by the start of next season.
But that was another thing that went in my head. I was like, okay, they didn't put this money into Aiden. It's like it's gonna be hard to move him, especially after this. So it's like one gotta go, And
I
I
mean,
think they
maybe
might.
that's a
Yeah,
signal that they aren't moving Aiden. It's a great point.
yeah.
It's a great
Because
point.
that was another thing that I think was a big key in them. Getting into shouting matches, them not agreeing, him not playing the style that he wants Aiden to play. I'm pretty sure the front office has been they've been sick and tired of Aiden's stuff the whole time. So,
Yeah.
like we said, we see a lot of times. We just seen in Atlanta with Nate McMillan. It's either the coach or the player.
Yeah. That's what it comes down to. So we'll see what this means for the Warriors' future. I think Monty Williams is a great head coach, man. I
Yeah,
think that he's a coach that could be successful in a lot of different areas. And then when you look at some of the openings that are out there, I'll tell you what, Monty Williams coaching the Bucks don't sound bad to me.
it don't. But I want to say shout out to Vern. We did something a video on that of live yesterday. He said what he would do if he was him. Go sit down behind Pop, soak up some Pop till he ready to retire and then take over the Spurs.
Well, I don't know if you saw this or not. This wasn't on the topic list, but we could talk about it. But it came out yesterday that they said that if the Spurs do get Wimbiana, Pop ain't going nowhere.
Oh, I can
So,
understand that.
oh yeah, listen.
He said, "I got Tim Duncan again."
Bro, listen, if I wouldn't blame, but like that's a great point though, because if Monty Williams, let's say Monty Williams does go and sits behind Pop for 2-3 years, and I know that sounds like a long time for a guy who was just a head coach of a team that made it to a finals recently, but I'm looking at it and saying like, hey, Monty Williams is still a very young head coach, still very young. And go ahead.
But I was about to say because I said in a video last night, I'm like, me personally, I feel like Monty Williams is a better assistant coach than head coach right now. So him sitting behind Pop, soaking up that's gonna, bro. Like I said yesterday, he's like Popovich, like the Shanahan tree.
Yeah, absolutely,
So
absolutely.
like soaking up all that knowledge that's going to turn you into a great head coach.
I would absolutely love that. And then you look at like you get a chance to let Pop really set that development path for Wimbiana, if possible,
Mhm.
and or just any players that are there. That'd be solid. So hey, we'll see, man. But like, do not let the Spurs get Victor Wimbiana. Please don't, bro. Like, just don't. Come on, man. How lucky can one fucking franchise get, bro?
Them some lucky
They went
bastards.
from David Robinson right to Tim Duncan, rode that out for years. Even though they've been bad for
Found
like 2 or
Manu,
3 years
right?
now. But like, come on, man.
Found the rawest Argentinian motherfucker we have ever seen.
Bro,
You
maybe
ain't see somebody come from Argentina since.
maybe the best left-handed player to ever play the game on top of that. Like it's crazy, bro. They just always get lucky down there. Some franchises have all the luck. I'm a Bulls fan, so I mean, listen, that says enough. We got lucky twice.
We sold our soul. That's what happened. I don't care what nobody said.
Listen, I don't think James. I'm sorry, not James. I don't think Jerry Reinsdorf has a soul to sell, bro. Like I don't even know if that's
Yeah, it's gone. He got the 6 and it was gone.
Fair enough, brother. Before we go though, we got to talk about more idiot shit coming from Ja Morant,
Fucker.
bro. This early this morning, like literally, one of the first things I saw when I woke up was getting tagged in that video.
Bro,
and at first, I didn't see the gun.
I got it, bro. Let me tell you something, bro, because I had the same reaction because I got it last night because they sent it to the Discord and Trey sent it. Trey sent it. And I was like, I'm not seeing what he's doing. It just looked like he in his car with his homies. Maybe he's alluding to him being around his homies. Then I woke up this morning early, and then Academics posted it, and I was like, this motherfucker got a gun.
Again.
And then I said, I hope he socked his homie, because why would you do that? Because he gonna hurt. He did. It was so like, okay, what is wrong with you, bro? What is wrong with you?
Learn and still didn't get a bigger gun. Like bro, like
what is wrong with you, bro?
It wasn't the same little gun again on top of that.
What the fuck? What the fuck we just tell you? What the fuck did we just tell you?
And bro, this is after Ja Morant just came out and said, I made a mistake. It was stupid, all this. Like, and you're doing it again, bro. Like, here's the thing. Ja Morant is too talented. He's not at the spot ever where you can be like, oh, his NBA career is over, because it's not. But like, this dude is just going to continue making boneheaded ass decisions. Do not be surprised if he starts off next season with the 3-game suspension. It's like, it's man.
I literally, when he went to the little rehabs, whatever it was, the little center, he was there a week. I said, that's not long enough. You didn't, ain't no way, bro. Who you know go away for a week and get better? Oh, I'll figure it out. I took the time. You didn't take the time for no week. No, that's not enough time to really reflect and deal with and think about what you did. I literally Bro, I'm finna go off. I don't even feel like going off on you, but I'm so close to going off on you, bro. Because I'm so sick and tired of telling you what you already know. You already know what to do. You're not stupid. You're not dumb.
Yeah.
You trying to be something you not. You're not that, bro. You not young boy. You're Tremerius whatever your last Morant. That's you. You play basketball. You play basketball.
Yeah.
Stop.
Like the desire to just want to be tough is ridiculous, like, bro. And like I said, like the Memphis Grizzlies basically made Dylan Brooks the scapegoat. Somebody had to take it. They weren't going to make it on job, but like now you don't have that. The Memphis Grizzlies have to face reality is that if they want to capitalize off what they could potentially open up a championship window, we got to get y'all to a Western Conference Finals first. You got to get Ja Morant's head in the game and out the streets, bro. Like he got to stop trying to live in both worlds, bro. Like, and somebody like, I don't know what to say, bro. Like, I get being young and dumb. I've done young and dumb shit. All of us have at some point. But like, we did not have as much on the line to lose as what Ja Morant has to lose, bro.
Bro, I don't get you. I'm sorry. Like, I you better than me when it comes to that. Some people say I'm harsh with it. I'm sorry. You know better. You do better. I don't give a fuck about all that young shit. I'm young. I'm not doing that. I've yet to do that. I don't plan on doing it. Why are you sitting there in a $400,000 car with a gun, listening to music? What? You don't look cool. You look goofy. Play your music. Go where you're going. Stop recording shit.
That's another thing.
Take your
Tell
damn
your homies
phone.
to put down they damn phones.
Stop fucking
bro.
recording shit. I'm so tired of y'all doing. What is you recording? Why every time y'all get in the car, put some music on, y'all gotta go live or something? What's the point of going live? Who you talking to? What y'all on, man? We finna go to the club, man. What y'all be talking? Like, you look stupid. Go do something. You got all this money. You got all this. Go work on your damn game. Go shoot. Go read a book. You going on live and shit. Man, I'm tired of this dude, bro. He getting on my nerves. Cause I'm serious. Like, we want to see you play. That's all we want to see. We don't care about you doing this.
Ja Morant is literally one of my favorite players in the NBA, bro. Like, before all this shit, like, I want to see Ja win, bro, because I love Ja. I love his game. I do. But like, you got to stop being an idiot, bro. Like, you got to just stop being stupid. Like, I would hate to see it get to a point to where, like, let's keep in mind too. And I don't want to make this too morbid, but we got to be real. Somebody eventually is gonna test you. They ain't gonna care that you Ja Morant.
They ain't gonna test your gangster for sure. We gonna see what Ja about.
All it takes is one person to be on some shit that
One
they call
fool.
Tekashi 6ix9ine slipping and just be like, hey, I'm about to be famous, and try to test Ja Morant. And Ja ain't really about that, bro.
All it takes is one fool, one stupid person. That's all it is. One stupid person. And you career done.
Over with. Quick.
Quick.
Yeah, let's
already getting leeway. Bro, let this be 05. You
bro,
done.
Oh, he's done, bro. Like what was his name? Javarius Crittenton never got back in the league, bro. Never got back in the league. Like, of course, Gilbert Arenas got back in the league because he was Gilbert at that time, but he never accomplished anything again after that. Like, you gotta get you cannot allow this to happen. And for everybody who's, it's not like any NBA players are watching this. Stop recording yourselves doing stupid shit, bro. Like, that's one thing I tell my 17-year-old son. You ain't got to record yourself doing every goddamn thing. Stop it.
Is the what? Why are you going live? What is the purpose of going live?
You ain't doing shit. Like, there was no reason to be live, bro.
If you not at a basketball camp, if you not streaming, if you not giving out turkeys or some shit, I don't want to see you live.
This also goes back to it because last time it was Ja live. This time it was his homie. You got to stop having people around you that don't have your best interest at heart. Because the person that went live, I'm sure they went live because they was with Ja Morant. They want everybody to see them kicking it with Ja Morant.
Bro.
You got to have people around you that understand the shit that you're going through, the shit that you have to lose. I'm sure that's his homie. But if Ja Morant gets kicked out of the NBA, that motherfucker's life ain't going to change.
I better not see that homie next to him ever again. Because if you watch that video slowly, he didn't show no gun at first. He waited till he seen Ja was out. He was out the camera. Wasn't even shown. He seen Ja put the gun to his head and it was like, he said, quick, no, get him out.
Yeah.
He don't have your best interest at all. That's a snake.
Yeah.
Why would your best homie, your real homie, your bruh, family ain't doing that? That's foul.
Yeah. All right, man. That's it, man. Y'all let us know what y'all think on every topic that we heard. Let us know if you're on the YouTube side down below. If you're on the podcast side, we'll tell you how to get your thoughts into us. Stevo, before we go, man, anything left around the NBA you want to talk about?
Hey, Harden. You gonna be Harden today?
Hey, watch because you said that Harden about to show out, bro.
That's why I said it, because I want I want my prediction to be right.
I feel you. I
want my prediction to be right.
Y'all make sure y'all check out the predictions episode as well that we drop every morning. Well, that Kevin Stevo drop. I'm only in there every once in a while. So if you guys want to drop that, make sure you guys are there for that. But that's it, man. You can follow Stevo at Stevo Speaks on everything. You can follow me at CEO Haize. You can follow the show at NBA Central Pod on every social media platform. You want to send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, NBA Central Show at gmail.com. If you want to leave a text message and or voicemail, 773-270-2799. We about this mug. We'll see you guys next time. We feel like making a video, which will probably be tomorrow because we record every goddamn day. Yeah. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Breaks Media.